Hello everybody, this is Graham from Megavisions Magazine and SegaNerds.com, and today we're just going to have a very quick look at issue 3 of Megavisions Magazine. And yeah, we just want to go through, show you some of the features we have in it, some of the articles, just sort of show you what's going on in this issue. So yeah, just take a look. So here we are, we have issue 3 of the magazine, as you can see. We have the phone version, which unfortunately, I've got this old iPhone 4 and it's playing silly buggers with me. It's just it's slow as hell. I got it second hand and it's kind of just not really working. But good thing is I also have my Kindle Fire HD, which you can load up the tablet version and also the phone version of the magazine. So to just give you a quick show of the this is the phone version essentially. It does try to scale to each different device. So obviously on the iPhone or Android phones, it does try to scale to the size of the screen. And we do recommend this version for 7 inches or lower. The device, my Samsung tablet is actually 8 inches, but that's when the tablet version actually works better. But I'll go into that in a second. So yeah, we have the let's see. Oh, the car's a bit, sorry, the lighting's a bit bad. I'm actually having to use my webcam. My main camcorder's broken, so apologies for that. But so yeah, in the phone version you actually have scrolling text boxes, which is how we sort of go through, because it kind of acts a bit like a normal magazine. We have to swipe left and right, whereas the tablet version doesn't. Again, I will explain that in a bit better in a second. So yeah, we have all those sort of features, and when you want to click on an image, it appears, which is great. So yeah, let's see. You can skip through the magazine. Okay, now there is actually something a bit different we've done with the phone version this time. We sort of listened to feedback and stuff, like the very first issue and the second issue as well. Because the pages go from left to right, and we had a huge amount of text to go on them. People were swiping for ages and it was a bit of a pain, and we've tried to correct that a bit. So we've tried to make it so that each article has a sort of home page, as it were, like cover page to that specific article, and then you have the text. The next page was the text box. Sorry, the lighting here is terrible. So yeah, you the bulk of the article will be in the text box. The text is actually sizes differently depending on the device you're using. And then yeah, we have the last page is going to be a galleries page. So you tap anywhere and the gallery pages appear, and you just swipe across and you can see all the images. We've had to do it this way because you can't fully blow up all the images on the depending on the size of the device. It doesn't always work, especially if you've got like a really old smaller phone, like 6 inches, and then someone else might have an 8-inch phone. So yeah, so that's why we've had to do it this way. So it sort of tries to work for all devices. But I'd like to show you the actual tablet version, so I'll put that to one side. So we have okay, I've actually got my iPad and my Windows tablet. So yeah, let's bring that up. So this is the Windows version. It is exactly the same as the iPad version. All the tablet versions are identical. The only thing is that the tablet version is designed more for iPad sizes, simply because one good thing about Apple and iPads is all devices are basically the same size, or they can scale to the same resolution. So no matter what iPad version you have, the mini, the original, the iPad Retina, it sort of works. It fits perfectly on the screen, whereas Android and Windows tablets, they're so varying in sizes, we literally just can't do that. So yeah, actually I'll show you the arguably superior version, which is the iPad version. So yeah, we have our animated cover, and yeah, so a bit different to the phone version. If you don't know about this, articles do actually scroll up and down. So when you get to a new article page, it will indicate where you need to go. So as you can see, there's a down arrow there, and also this up here indicates the amount of pages that are in there. So yeah, let's just take a look at some of the features that we have. Past processing with Tom and Al. So that's Tom Kalinske and Al Nilsson. And if you don't know, Tom Kalinske was the president of SEGA America, and Al Nilsson was the head of marketing or marketing manager. again at Sega America during like Sega's heyday essentially, and during the Mega Drive or Genesis era. Helping to promote Sonic 2, getting the Genesis sort of known in America and the West really. It's great. Each issue they give us some great stories. But this issue, they've actually answered your questions you guys have sent in. They've sort of given feedback and sort of given a bit more detail on what was going on at the time, and it's great. So, yeah, as always, we have the audio file.
Hi, good afternoon. Hey, Tom.
So, yeah, and if you're on the iPad, you can press a little button up there, and you can see all the different audio in the issue. And if you want to, you can continue reading through while listening. But if you don't want to do that, you can pause it, turn it off. Well, this is actually also quite an interesting feature. We have an interview with Heidi Katrina. Now, if you don't know her, she's actually a pro wrestler from Japan, and she's a huge Shenmue fan. So we just talk about her career, a bit about like her obsession with Shenmue, and she's delivered pictures to us with her from scenes from Shenmue, which is awesome. So always really interesting to meet these people. Great stuff. Now, for the retrospective, this issue is a bit of a Sonic themed issue in a way. As you can see from the front cover, we have the retrospective of Sonic 2006. I won't ruin it for you, but Dan's done a great job. Dan's one of our writers. He's done a great job sort of going into the events of what was happening at the time, and sort of just like how the game was originally shown at E3 in 2005, and then the critics' reaction essentially when it came out. There's a quick look at the game and stuff, and it's always very interesting as always. And as always, we have our interactive features. You reveal more information. There you go. And obviously you can bring up the pictures, make them larger, which is great. And as I mentioned before, this is one of the articles that, at the start you scroll to the right and then you scroll up and down. We also have, in keeping with the Sonic theme, a Sonic fan game roundup, again by Dan. He's got into some of the more popular and some of the more recent Sonic fan games. We haven't been able to do them all, unfortunately, because there are so many. But yeah, we've taken a quick look at them. One of our other regular features is Confessions of a Nintendo Fan. David, he's a hardcore Nintendo fan from back in the day. He missed out on the Sega stuff. He's sort of, we've all matured now. We can accept that, Nintendo and Sega are just as good as each other, really. Don't tell people that, sorry. And he's looked into some of the games that Nintendo and Sega have both copied on each other. So obviously with Mario Odyssey's announcement, there was a lot of people talking about how it kind of looks like Sonic Adventure. So he sort of got into it and sort of looked at where Sega's copied Nintendo, where Nintendo might have copied Sega. It's all for fun. It's it's quite interesting to look at, really. We have a preview of Endless Space 2, which is actually out now. It's just come out. It's on PC, available through Steam. And yeah, Dan's done a great job of actually giving a great preview of the game. So if you're interested in Endless Space 2, check out the preview, give you a bit more information. We do hope to have a full review in the next issue. We also have a review of the recently released Bayonetta on Steam. And as always, we have our sort of little, if it's too long didn't read, just put it out. And then if you want to read the full article, just scroll up and down. And also you can win a copy of Bayonetta through the magazine. Simply answer the question. Very simple question. Well, I hope it's simple. If you don't know the answer, read the review. It's in there. We're not tricking you. You can win a copy of Bayonetta on Steam. It's great. We have a review. Now, this is something we don't normally do, actually. It's Sonic Time Twisted. Now, Sonic Time Twisted, if you don't know, is not an official Sonic game. It is a Sonic fan game. However, this is one of the more interesting ones we've ever seen. It took more than 12 years to create. And it's been lovingly put together. Part of the reason is that the team behind it, they created all the assets themselves from scratch. So unlike a lot of fan games where they would take samples of Sonic games and mesh them together, what they've done is they've created all the sprites and all the music. Really good soundtrack. Arguably the soundtrack isn't as good as classic Sonic soundtracks, but it is actually really good. they've meshed it all together. Not meshed it all together. Sorry, they've lovingly put it together even. Whereas other Earthbound games might mesh it together. And they've done a fantastic job, I'd say. I won't ruin the final score for you, but really worth checking out. It's free to download, completely free. Play on your PC. So yeah, really interesting game to play, and check out the review for more information. And also, as always, in each issue we have some classic retro reviews. We've got Sonic, again keeping with the Sonic theme. We've got Sonic the Fighters. We've got the original Phantasy Star, which personally never a huge fan of it, but after reading the review I kind of want to play this now. And our reader review, if you don't know, our Kickstarter backers, some of them actually backed to have their own reviews put in the magazine. And our reader review this issue is by Aaron Kurtzer. He's done Residents of Fate, which is a very underrated RPG from the last generation, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. It's really good. So yeah, I think that'll do for this issue. Again, just a quick preview of what was happening in the issue. And next issue, we are, well, it's going to, as you might be able to tell from here, it's kind of a Wonder Boy / Monster Boy themed issue. So yeah, more to come on that. Anyway, guys, I hope those of you who have downloaded the issue are enjoying it. Any feedback, just please send it to us, megavisionsmag@gmail.com. If you haven't downloaded the issue yet, then go and check it out. It's available on pretty much every app store, iOS, Android. On Windows, you do have to go through I'll just show you. There is a different app. It's called Pocket Mags. So yeah, go through that to get on the Windows platforms. It's available on Windows tablets, Windows PC. Anyway, thanks again for your support, guys, and see you next issue.